As Ukraine's counteroffensive gains momentum, Russia is deploying some of its last good reserves.
Here's a summary of the article.
In just the last couple of weeks, the Ukrainian Army and Independent Air Assault Force have liberated Robotyne in Zaporizhzhia, while the Ukrainian Marine Corps has ejected Russian troops from Urozhaine, 60 miles east of Robotyne in the Mokry Yarly River Valley. The twin Ukrainian victories bring Kyiv's forces a few miles closer to their two main objectives in southern Ukraine. The Ukrainians aim to free the cities of Melitopol and Mariupol from their Russian occupiers. The 76th GAAD couldn't prevent the Ukrainians from liberating much of southern Ukraine north of the Dnipro River last fall. In late October, 76th Division gunners devastated a column from the Ukrainian 35th Marine Brigade outside Kostromka, 20 miles north of the Dnipro. In committing the 76th GAAD to halt a Ukrainian attack in southern Ukraine, for the second time in a year, the Kremlin is going all in. If the Ukrainians can maintain their momentum in the south, they might force the Russians to make a hard choice, to hold in the south or hold in the east.
This post received a score of 9,400, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's looking like attacks on Russian logistics, and the slow grinding down of their conscripts that weren't sourced from prisons and asylums, is taking its toll.
Ukraine has made it clear over and over again since this phase of the war began, they aren't interested in making problems for Russia, because problems have solutions. Instead, Ukraine is seeking to give Russia dilemmas where there are no good options.
Another Ryan Macbeth fan out in the wild, eh? But yes, just like Kherson, Kharkiv seems like Ukraine loves to give Russia terrible, would you rather, choices.
In chess it's called a fork.
More aptly, Zugzwang.
Not quite. Russia can choose to fail to react in any meaningful way. They aren't forced to change something in any way that worsens their existing situation. A fork forces them to lose something, where failure to react means losing the thing of highest value, in this case, the South.
They could also be betting on the oncoming winter, allowing them to resupply and reinforce with those extra recruitment drives plus Turkish and Chinese equipment.
Hopefully that phase of the war NATO will be supplying more and more longer-ranged weapons like jets and missiles, making that difficult for Russia while also getting Ukraine ready for spring and summer again. More hopefully though, Ukraine steamrolls them to the sea quickly and they just give in to Ukraine demands for peace.
We already know there are more Bradleys coming. They promised to replace any taken out, the Abrams soon, F-16 by the winter potentially. Those are definitely platforms that will be even deadlier with no tree cover and their optics. Recent reporting is showing very few overall Western equipment has been lost as well, which compared to what we see RU lose. So if they're gaining ground taking less losses, that is as good as it gets.
As another user have already said, this is the best investment US has made where its assistance paid off dividend in spade. In one stroke, Putin has managed to make Russia laughingstock of the world for almost doing everything wrong in Ukraine.
It's doubtful that we will have WW3 in the next few decades. It will be impossible to rebuild the Russian army with long-term sanctions, which won't be lifted until Russia pays reparation to Ukraine.
I doubt we'll have WW3 in the next few decades where Russia is our main opponent. China, on the other hand?
Xi Jinping isn't nearly as stupid as Putin, nor does China have the modern-day war experience that Russia has. China is already in a dilemma domestically, war would make it worse.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.